Every single day he would buy a first-class ticket, but he had never actually gotten on a plane. Instead he would sit restlessly in the terminal staring at the TV screens. That's when the TV host suddenly fell asleep mid-broadcast. The players on the field also instantly collapsed to the ground. Then he noticed that all the airport security personnel were carrying weapons. The protagonist grabbed one of the guns from them. He charged straight into the crowd, but he didn't hurt anyone at all. He was just desperately trying to reach the tarmac. A flight attendant noticed something strange happening outside. She quickly moved to close the cabin door, but the protagonist's machine gun got wedged right in the doorway. The flight attendant fought with everything she had to keep him out, but he easily forced his way inside. Seeing this armed man in front of them, passengers immediately started panicking. The protagonist pointed his gun at the flight attendant and told her he was there to help. He also ordered her to shut the door, otherwise she wouldn't make it out alive. The flight attendant had no choice but to comply. The protagonist then rushed toward the cockpit with his weapon drawn. He commanded the pilot to take off immediately. When the protagonist wasn't looking, the pilot lunged for the machine gun. Then a gunshot rang out. The passengers were filled with deep terror. Inside the cockpit, the captain was clutching his face in agony. There was a bullet hole straight through his palm. The protagonist frantically ordered the captain to get this plane in the air. They had to get out of there before sunrise, but the captain said he couldn't fly the plane by himself. His left hand was injured and he couldn't operate the controls. The other pilot was still at the airport having coffee. This was a woman named Carter. She had only flown helicopters before, but at this point they had to try anything. The protagonist brought her into the cockpit. Watching the plane slowly start to move, another pilot at the airport was completely baffled. He wasn't even on the plane yet. The co-pilot had never experienced anything like this before. The captain still refused to take off, but the protagonist threatened Kelly's life. Finally, with no other choice, the captain requested clearance from the tower. But that's when he discovered something terrible. That gunshot had also destroyed the tower's communication equipment. The protagonist couldn't care less about any of that. Either they took off or they'd all be eating bullets. As the throttle was pushed forward, the protagonist stared intensely ahead. Only when the plane finally started to lift off did he breathe a small sigh of relief.